Is the island about to be your new favorite show? I don't think so. Hey guys, it's Kristen, and today we're talking about season 1 of the new Netflix series, The Island. Starring Natalie Martinez, Kate Bosworth, and Alex Pettyfer, we follow a group of 10 people who wake up on an island with no memory of who they are or how they got there, and they have to go on this journey to quote-unquote get back. They really have no idea what's going on, and it turns out the island is not what it seems, and the island is putting out these really intense physical and psychological challenges, and the people on this island either have to rise to the challenge or, you know, die as their worst selves. Consider subscribing if you like my videos, and drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts on The Island. And I have to say, going into this story, after watching the trailer, I was intrigued. They kind of made it seem like it was going to be a fire festival meets Lost type of story, and it definitely went in some directions that I was not expecting. But I think overall, while the idea of this story and how these people got to the island and why they're there is very intriguing, I think that the story really suffered in terms of the script and the character development and just like the characters in general. One of the biggest issues is that they introduced us to these 10 characters, and then not only did they only focus on like a few of them, but they also didn't have the characters really interact in a way that felt meaningful and felt like they had a connection. So the whole time you're watching this story of these strangers and you never feel a stronger bond with them. Once we start getting into about halfway through the show, we do start getting flashbacks of, you know, the characters remembering their lives, and that to me was really interesting and added more to their stories. But again, you know, there were a few select characters that we got to dive deeper into, and then there were others that were just kind of like, you know, off to the side. They got one or two little moments and then they weren't really a focus. And to me, this is a kind of show that seems like it should be an ensemble piece, you know, kind of like Lost, where there was all these different characters that you're following, and in this, they just felt like they wasted a lot of the characters. And just the characters themselves felt like they didn't have that much dimension. For instance, Alex Pettyfer's character, in the very beginning, it seems like he's going to be sort of a leader of the group, and then it turns out he was very surface level. Well, he's a jerk who's trying to sexually assault people. There also seemed to be like moments that they tried to set up, but they didn't set them up in a very successful way, or things that they wanted to hint at, but they kind of just like handed them to you on a platter, and you didn't really get to look back and be like, oh, so that's what they were hinting at. You know, it kind of was very just like, here's what's happening. With a stronger script, they could have made it really mysterious and enticing and smart. This show just felt like, you know, it had the potential storyline-wise, but it didn't really go there in its execution. I do want to get into some spoilers around where these characters actually are, what is that kind of plot twist, so there will be spoilers coming. If you haven't watched yet, you know, pause, go and watch it, come back, or if you don't care about spoilers, let's continue on. So, about 2 or 3 episodes into the series, we get to see Chase learn where these characters really are. It turns out they are prisoners in a high-tech prison, so their bodies are in medically induced comas, and they're kind of in this like virtual reality world in their heads where they think they're on this island, but they're really in this high-tech prison. And so what's interesting there is that these characters are actually all on death row, and they've been given this opportunity that if they go into this game where they have their minds wiped and they have a chance to kind of start over, maybe they can show that they can improve their lives and be better people and, you know, get taken out and, you know, not be on death row. But at the same time, there's this warden who doesn't believe in the message, and he's tampering with the game and, you know, making it so that these people can't improve. Our character Chase that we're following, for some reason, she was able to get out of the game, and we don't really know why. They don't really explain why. And also, I thought it was really weird throughout this entire season that for some reason, all of the other characters in this game just don't believe Chase no matter what she says, even though she's never lied to them. Yeah, she's kept a couple of secrets, but she's never lied to anyone. So I don't know why they kind of make her out to be crazy and really are against her the whole season when there's no real reason behind it, you know? I will say though, always gotta love when there's a strong Latina in there, kicking butt, taking names, and Chase was definitely doing that. To me, the way this season ended was very open-ended, and I think that that was actually a really nice way to complete the story, where it's kind of, you can figure out for yourself what you think is going to happen next, but I don't think that we actually need a second season. I think the story we got was like, okay, I don't think that there was enough there to continue on and do more. This is definitely a show that in theory I would be really interested in. I liked Lost. I don't know if anyone ever watched Flight 29 Down. That was great. I really enjoy, you know, Lost on an Island type of shows. I think that that's fun, the whole survival thing. But this was a show that to me had an interesting idea, but then didn't execute it when it came down to the concept. I also think at times the show just felt like it was lacking not only purpose, but motivation behind the characters and what they were doing. And just like these characters don't really know what's going on this island, it felt like the story itself didn't really know where it was going and what it wanted to do with these characters. So that's my thoughts on The Island. If you like this one, you can check out more of my videos right over here and drop it in the comments and let me know your thoughts on the show. Did you love it? Did you hate it? I can't wait to hear what you think. Alright, see ya!